Hey, is this Jimmy's mom? Yeah, it's me again. I'm still calling about Jimmy being a Milwaukee fanboy and kind of pissing all the other people off in the comments. Yeah, well, Metabo HPT has a new 18 gauge brad nailer coming out. It's like half the size of Milwaukee's, and I have a feeling people are gonna like it, and if he goes off on his normal posting spree again, it's gonna get bad. Yeah. How's he doing his job at McDonald's? Oh, good, good, he's moving up. That's great to hear. Well, if you could talk to him again, I'd greatly appreciate it. It'd save both of us a little bit of trouble. Hitachi has always had a really good name in the construction industry for making high quality nailers. Now, when that name morphed to Metabo HPT, that quality stuck with every product that they're making, along with a lifetime guarantee on the tool, and they're still making some of the best nailers out there for the construction industry, not only in pneumatic but also in battery powered without gas. Now, I have here one of the new paper collated framing nailers in a 36 volt tool, and I also have something I think a lot of people are really going to love. It's their new 18 volt 18 gauge brad nailer. This weighs in at 4.4 pounds. It's going to be coming out soon. I ended up getting one a little bit early, which is awesome, but 4.4 pounds, and look at the size of this thing. It is like half the size of many others out there. In all honesty though, it's only 30% smaller than what their last one was, but that 30% makes a huge deal as far as weight, moving it around, and getting closer to the size of pneumatics. And I think that's really big. Let's come in and take a look at these. This guy here is one of the two new models of Metabo HPT 36 volt framing nailers. The difference is basically the nails. This is the paper collated model. They also make a plastic strip model. Just pick which one that you like and move on with it. You have a rafter hook here. Unfortunately, this rafter hook works if you have the end of a 2x4, but if you're gonna try to slide this guy over a 2x4, it's just not really meant for that. It's gonna hang in different places, but not over a rafter. So it's basically just a hook. You have a depth stop up in front, easy to get to. On this side, we have all of our controls where we turn the nailer on. We can change it from single to multi-fire or bump feed. And it'll also give us an overheat or a warning if something is wrong. Over here on the handle, we have a lockout system. So even if the nailer is on, we want to lock it. It's really easy to get to, and it will not get accidentally pushed out. It's in that handle quite some ways. Works out nice. This dude is 10.6 pounds with a 2.5 amp hour battery, and it feels all of it. It's big. These guys are great for any type of small work where you don't want to get out the compressor, but at the same point, you're not going to probably build a house with this, although the nailer's capable. It's just a lot to hang on to. This is an air spring system similar to pneumatics, so it will do 3 nails per second. So that's pretty cool. Let's turn this guy on, which is just a push and hold of the power button. We get some green lights there. We have a blue light telling us that we're in single feed mode. So we just push this guy down, pull the trigger, sets the nail nicely. So if we hold the trigger, nothing happens. So if we push the single to multi mode, the blue light starts blinking. At this point in time, we can hold the trigger and just continue firing. Now, 3 nails per second, no issue. So this is going to keep up with most people and their pneumatics, especially with its weight. Let's give her a go. So I do have 3 of them sitting a little bit proud here. That's a little bit, let's call it user error as far as trying to go real quick and holding this thing down. This thing's going to work for much more hardwoods than this if you're an LVL or anything. But I think the real answer here is that these are getting better and better and better as technology advances. This 18 volt 18 gauge brad nailer is absolutely awesome. When you look at it, it's got a lot of the same features and same controls as the framing nailer. You have a lock here that'll lock this guy out. You have the same power on, so you push and hold the power button until it turns on. You can choose between bump feed and single fire right there with a blue light. That also has a temperature, everything. so that you can say, hey, what's happening with this guy? Loading the nails, very, very similar as to what you would see in other nailers. You just pop these in. I've got some longer 2-inch nails in here. Slide it forward. Now, one of the cool things about this, when it gets to the end of the nails, it gives you a little yellow warning light up there. That's going to tell me that this unit probably is not going to stop firing at the end, but you do have a depth adjustment here. And if you did have some sort of feed failure, you can clear the system by lifting this up. Very easy to get to. Let's see how this guy does with some oak. How does that go? Let's put it in single feed mode. Get in here. Perfect. When you look at it, there really is not much of any hole other than the nail. Let's go one more time. Same exact thing. The hole is absolutely perfect. We're not making anything larger. We're not pushing anything in and making any more of an indentation. Let's go a little bit deeper. Right there was some oil that's left on this, so that if you look at the hole, and if we get close here, the hole is absolutely perfect. You can see the 3 holes. So what you're looking for in a good brad nailer is not to make any extra indentation than what the nail is, because then you have to fix it and cover it up. So if we move over to a bump feed mode, which I understand how many people are going to use it. It does have its place, but we can see there too, the holes are absolutely wonderful. So something like this, being this size, being smaller, everything that's here, it's nice, it's easy, it's comfortable, it's lightweight, it'll fit in small areas, and we're getting closer to that pneumatic size. This is super exciting to me because as technology advances, especially with this 18 gauge brad nailer, we're getting to a point where air compressors aren't going to be grabbed anymore. This is getting small enough that pneumatics and battery operated are not going to make that big of a difference, except for maybe a few different situations. Battery life on this is going to be awesome, so why pull out the compressor and have the hose? That is going to be the big question as more and more of these battery operated nailers get smaller. That's huge. We still have this large framing nailer here, and let's be real, the pneumatic framing nailers are still large. Maybe not quite this heavy, but we're gonna get to that point eventually where everything is basically going to be battery powered for this, and you're not gonna have to carry around that hose, which is going to be absolutely awesome. So as this goes, if you're interested in some really good nailers, and like I said, this 18 gauge nailer is coming out in a couple months. So check the date in the video. This might be out at the point in time you're watching it, but right now, if you're one of the first to get in here, this new 18 gauge is going to be coming out in a little bit, and I think a lot of people are going to be very, very interested in this guy. We will keep you up to date as to what's going on, and we're going to get these out and do a lot more testing with them in a situation where they actually would fit and work. We'll let you know how that goes. We appreciate your time, guys. Give us a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks for your time. Have a great day.